guys, back again with another video. I know it's been a while, and I know I haven't even came on here to tell you guys Happy New Year, but it is a new year and a lot of things are coming back to normal slowly but surely. But like I said in last one of my other videos, that the rates, what they are now, has pretty much been what the normal rates were. People started getting into trucking very heavily. Like, I couldn't open up my phone, and go on YouTube or even TikTok and be scrolling and see nothing but gurus on there saying trucking is booming, trucking is this. If you ain't in the trucking game, what are you doing? All these stuff, and they're gone now. They're completely gone. I don't see no one on here talking about how much money people are actually making in the trucking industry and all this stuff out there, right? For me, trucking is still steady. We still working, we still grinding and stuff like that. My other truck, my second truck, I had my second driver, which is, he's gone now, and I'm gonna talk about that a little bit more because it's a little bit of a challenge with that. You find drivers and then they have absolutely no hustle, no grind about themselves. They talk very good, when you're talking to them, when they're interested in getting into the truck, and then all of a sudden, they're not doing what they're supposed to do and stuff like that. So right now I'm here actually delivering a load at the very first people I leased my truck onto. It's so full circle that I had my truck leased onto them, and now I'm actually delivering a load here. I've been trucking now, or had my CDL for going on 7 years. This year would make 7 years I had my CDL, and this year also would make 4 years of having my authority, right? I started my authority in 2019. It's 2023, brand new year, so Happy New Year to everybody. So that's what's going on right now in the trucking industry. So I'm still able to, as well, from the feedback that I'm getting from the insurance carrier that I use, my insurance agent that I used. I have actually 2 of them that I've been giving out to people, and they've been calling, you guys have been calling them, and you're able to get insurance for your truck and stuff like that to start your authority, which is still good. So I typically check in on all that stuff to make sure that everybody's still being able to get insurance through them. Now, not everybody is able to get insurance for whatever reason, because whether it's a state you in and all this different stuff, but a lot of people has been getting this, so that's why it's good to call and check, just to call and verify. You're gonna have to make some calls. When you're going through this process, you got to make some calls to these different places to get the best rate for your business, and I tell you guys that all the time. So of course, still as usual, email me. I'm starting to get back into the emails now. I'm a little bit behind, so if you haven't gotten a response from me, if you did email me, I'm on it, right? I'm on it, I'm back. It's a lot going through trying to end the year off when I'm doing all this stuff myself. I don't have any assistance or anything like that. I'm doing everything myself when it comes to IFTA, when it comes to gathering all my paperwork to file taxes, when it comes to staying compliant, when it comes to all of these things. I'm doing all this till this day, going on 4 years. I've been doing this myself personally. Maybe I should relinquish some of these duties to someone. Once I start to grow in the future, I'll take a look into some of those things. So fuel cards, factoring, insurance, if you want, or if you're interested in all the services that I use for my trucking authority, send me an email, and I'm gonna definitely try to get that out to you as soon as possible. But with that being said, people are still getting into the trucking industry now. A lot of the fluff is gone. People are saying these people are giving out all these unrealistic expectations have died down. But for those that are business savvy and a little bit about trucking, because you actually went through the process with getting your CDL, with getting your experience, and actually learning and training on how to operate the truck, and you are ready to take that next step to purchasing your first truck, leasing it onto a carrier, or just going to your own authority, those are definitely something that you could take a look at, and I have the services that I use for you when it comes to that. So I hope everybody's still doing well. I hope you're still continuing to get to where you want, keep progressing every day, and trucking ain't going nowhere. I know it's a lot of talk going on right now, but this is not going nowhere. Even with the autonomy and all that stuff, it's not going anywhere. You're going to be able to be successful in this business by scaling your business the proper way. And me, I'm doing it very slowly, right? It's going on 4 years, and I only got 2 trucks. So that takes me to the situation that I have with the white truck. So I purchased the truck in August, right? And I done had 2 drivers since. Now the second driver left. And from what I've learned by having a truck, right, leased on to a carrier, and good thing now I can tell you, my truck, that white truck, is not leased on to me, or I'm not running that truck under my authority. I have that truck leased onto a carrier, and you know, I'm just collecting the check every week. I pay my driver, right? So the drivers that I've had, they just simply do not want to work. It's just that simple. The truck's been running fine. The truck's been running great. And, you know, they'll get in the truck. They'll run 1 week, 2 weeks. They'll get their paycheck and direct deposit or whatever, and they just go. Now, the first guy, he didn't even have a bank account. He talking about Cash App him the money. But, to each his own. You know, that should have been a red flag, because some of the people don't even have their business in order, and you want to go and work for a carrier and try to do the necessary steps to get your own truck, but you don't even have a simple bank account, right? But with that being said, they just simply didn't want to work. It came to a point to where the truck is leased on that. They simply told me that they don't want to dispatch them anymore, because, you know, the first guy, you know, he was calling and wanting to take off the load and stuff like that. So little things like that happened. So, you know, they ended up telling me that they didn't want to dispatch him anymore. Now, the second driver, he simply just didn't want to work, I don't believe, because, you know, he was getting loads, and then he will tell me like he didn't feel like going to this place or going to that place, and he'll take a week off, and then he'll come back, and then he'll run. But when Christmas time came and he needed a check, you know, to do his shopping or whatever, he ran pretty good. You know, he made $2 grand in his pocket that week, and then he took the whole next 2 weeks off. I get it, you know, it was the holidays and stuff like that, so, you know, some in between time of some days that, you know, all the businesses and stuff was closed like that. But at the end of the day, when all of this stuff, when the new year started and everybody started opening back up, things get back to normal, no, he just simply left and said he wanted to go be a company driver somewhere else for whatever reason that is. But from the month that he was in that truck, you know, he ran whenever he wanted to, very subtly. He was not a go-getter. You know, he wasn't with the grind that it takes, especially if you got available freight. You know, if you got the freight available, you got the work available, not to mention he was going home every day, every other day, not working, no Saturdays, no Sundays. And when he did go to work, he was making $2,000 a week. He only did it 2 weeks, out of the time that he was there, and then like once he get those type of checks, he goes missing for 3 or 4 days. So that type of stuff has been going on with the truck. So right now the truck doesn't have a driver in it, and now that leads me to the next thing, is that I now have to cover that truck payment, right? Because I financed the truck, so now I have a truck payment. Good thing that my truck that I drive is paid for. Now it's just like I only have one truck payment. So I'm scaling very slowly, and I don't want to get into anything that I can't handle, because if I had a truck payment on my truck, I went out and got a truck payment on that truck, and then I got these drivers doing these things, then now that puts me in a position. So for me, you know, I'm scaling very slow. I will get there. I'm gonna get to the point that I want to be eventually, but I will need, and I'm looking for a good, decent, solid person, because mind you, I don't want anybody to be held with me like they gotta work for me forever. But they're not even staying 2 or 3 months, and they're making decent money. You know, I don't know what the expectations is these days. I know that, you know, back when I was driving, you know, $2,000 a week, $1,800 a week was good money. Now everybody want to make $5,000 or $6,000 a week. You know, show me where you're doing that at, you know, and you don't have your business structured that way to even handle that type of money or capacity. But, you know, with that being said, you know, that's a lot of stuff that's going on right now in the trucking industry, that people put out there, those false perceptions and narratives that you're out here making money and just killing it. All you need to do is buy a truck, and that's not the case, because you can simply purchase a truck, put someone in position, and they would simply just not go to work. You know, they will go to work whenever they feel like it. They're not out here every day like how a lot of us are, me and a lot of you guys. We out here, we go to work every single day. And that's another thing. Having your own authority takes a lot of discipline, because you have to go to work every single day. And if you lazy, some people, because they got that opportunity or they're in that position that you don't have to go to work if you don't want to. You know, if I don't want to take a load, I don't have to do it. I can just simply stay home and don't do nothing. And that's kind of tough. If you are working a job, right? If you're on somebody's job, you don't take your ass to work, they're going to fire you. So that's the incentive that some people need, which is sad. They need that. They need that. They need to be put on some type of disciplinary action is going to happen to you if you don't go to work. Otherwise, you just simply wouldn't go. You know, so when you got your own authority and you working for yourself and you're an entrepreneur, like for some of those people that are not, you know, business minded, hardworking, go-getters, want to be on the grind 24, all about getting money, it's not going to work for you because you don't have the hustle. You don't have the mentality to grind that it's going to take for you to make this work. You know, I was out here grinding, working hard to buy this truck. I was working hard to buy the other truck. You know, I positioned myself with making sure my credit was right and all these type of things to put myself in a position to do that. And then you try to show someone. I try to show people, hold their hand through the whole process, emailing me, calling me, wanting to know what I do, what's the next steps, and then they simply just want to apply it. But to those that do, are the reason why I make these videos, because you guys motivate me to keep doing this, because there's somebody out there that's taking the information, and I get emails all the time from you guys. Let me know how much you appreciate the videos and the information that I give out there to you guys, for you guys to take the part of the process that you are in and apply it to your business, right? Because everybody's at a different step. Everybody's in a different point in the process. So the idea is to take whatever that I'm saying, and if it relates to your business, you can apply it to whatever part of the process that you're in. Which, if you need insurance, if you need fuel cards, if you need factoring, if you need all of these different things and you are interested in the services that I use, I email them to you. I don't charge anybody anything for none of this stuff. And a lot of the people that was charging for services, creating courses, saying you can do all this, do all these things and make all this money in trucking, they're gone now. Some are still out there because they're actually giving valuable information, you know, to their clients or to, you know, their fan base and stuff like that. They're giving accurate, you know, solid information, but as soon as it doesn't work because people are skipping points in the process, they disappear. Everything is gone. They're no longer there to hold your hand. That's why you have to be there. You have to do your own research, and you have to do what it takes to apply yourself to the best form that's going to work for your business. Right? So welcome to 2023. We're going to have a good year. And of course, everybody got problems. Like right now, I got a flat tire on my trailer, right? So once I get this thing unloaded to TA up the road, I should be able to make it up there to get my repair done to the tire, right? So, you know, things happen out here. You just got to position yourself, stay moving forward, stay positive. You know what I'm saying? And me, I can't really complain about nothing. I'm not here. I can't do no complaining. All I got to do is adjust, adapt, and keep moving forward. And you guys should do the same. So like always, like, share, subscribe. Until next time. See you in the next video.